Hi, I'm Steve Patton, president of HCM Property Management. Today I'm here with Ken Marabojo, who is our director of operations, and we're going to do some quick fire questions for you regarding landlord-tenant relations. Ken, you ready?
Sure.
All right. First one. We have a duplex property that we manage. Okay, and we put together some house rules on this thing. Can we specify in those house rules that we don't want any smoking on this property at all? Inside, outside, near it, anywhere on the property?
Yeah, because it's a health and hazard issue, you are totally permitted to do that. In fact, Governor Brown signed a law in 2011 that allows you to prohibit that.
Okay. Similar question. In our house rules, can we limit or restrict, say, the back tenant's ability to have visitors on the property because we don't want people that we don't know coming in and out of the property?
No, well, that would violate their right to association. It's a constitutional right that all tenants have, so you wouldn't be able to have that type of policy.
Great. Thank you. All right. Next question. We have some tenants whose lease ends at the end of the month. Can I begin to show new tenants the unit while my current tenants are still living there?
Yeah, you can show the property. You'd have to give the tenant proper notice. You'd have to post a notice of entry and let them know that you're going to be showing that. But yeah, you are totally permitted to do that.
Okay. Now, let me just add one side note here. While you're permitted to do it, it's not always the best thing to do, because when new tenants are coming into a property, you need them to get an emotional connection to the property. So if the old tenant is in the midst of packing and the place is a mess and it just doesn't show well, you're not going to have a very good success rate. So you might suggest to, as much as you can, hold off on pre-showing the property until the old tenants are out, the place has been cleaned up and refreshed, and then new tenants really can get emotional connection to it. All right. Ken, next question. Do tenant applicants have a cooling off period like we do in some mortgages or whatnot, where they can think about it for 3 days and then cancel the lease if they change their mind?
Well, once that tenant signs the lease agreement, it's 100% in effect. There's no cooling off period at that time. So you want to make sure the tenant wants to lease this property before they sign that lease agreement.
Okay, great, thanks. Last question. We have 2 tenants on the current lease agreement. One of those tenants unfortunately passes away. Do we need to create a new lease agreement for that remaining tenant?
No, the original lease agreement is in effect, and it's actually joint and severally. The tenants are joint and severally liable, so each tenant is responsible for all of the rent during the entire lease term.
Okay, great, thanks. Well, I hope you guys found this helpful. If you have any other questions or want to speak with us, feel free to reach out at any time.